Happy holidays, everyone. This is episode 42, Phumblepodcast. I got a hilarious and real amazing actor and he's ready to blow up. I've been following him on his TikTok and his Instagram account. He's got a podcast of his own, Straight and Curly Podcast, which he's a co-host of. He also loves
Naz?
Nah. Yeah, man. So Neema Naz, everyone. How you doing, bud?
Woo!
That's the Zanin. Everyone clap.
What's up, man? Thanks for
All the
having me.
way. Yeah, of course, bro. Of course. All the way from the North Pole or close there, close to it.
That's where I am. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You're in the 6, huh? Is that where you?
Yeah. I guess you whatever. Yeah, you want to call it that, sure.
I don't know, man. That's what I heard the kids call it.
Yeah,
so.
I know. Exactly.
Dude. Man, we're far apart, but
Where are you?
I live in Sacktown, Sacramento, California.
Oh, Sacramento. I was there like a couple of years ago.
Dang, really?
Yeah, I was doing a show with the other comedian called Kayvon.
Okay.
I was opening for him, doing some shows around across the state. Yeah.
And I want to talk about all that, man. I guess I want to start off with I know you your voice is not at its best. I know, and I don't want to make you talk too much or scream or do an opera.
Definitely not gonna scream, but I'll do my best to talk.
Yeah, let's save your voice for all your hilarious content that you post.
Thank you.
Especially with the some of my favorite ones you've been posting right now are the the basic edition of the Letter to Santa.
Yeah, Letter to Santa. Nice. Yeah.
those are
yeah. Those are fun, man. Yeah.
How did you come up with those, man?
Honestly, I just I came up with the idea with my team. I have a writing team that helps me like pitch ideas and writes like new different scripts and stuff here and there. Every week we have meetings and we just like pitch ideas to do for my content. And one of the guys, one of my friends, he recommended doing writing letters to Santa as all my characters.
Yeah.
And I was like, perfect. I was trying to figure out a Christmas idea because I did this similar thing for Halloween. I don't know if you saw those series.
Yeah, I did.
I did a whole Halloween series with like, trick-or-treating at this person's house or this person's house, right? And so, yeah, I was like, yeah, what's a good Christmas idea? And he's like, yo, Letter to Santa. I was like, perfect, right there. It's easy. Voiceover, do a quick little couple clips here and there, put together. And yeah.
Yeah, man, I see the setup back there, dude. You got the whole 9 over there. That's great.
The podcast equipment right there. Exactly.
Yeah. I love it. Dude, that's cool. Who's the I saw the Halloween ones. Who's the dude that was co-starring with you? The guy that
he's just a friend. Like he actually wanted to help with the because I had the idea to do trick-or-treating, so I needed like someone to play like the person trick-or-treating. And he's like, yeah, I could do that. I could play a kid. I was like, all right, perfect, whatever, fine, yeah. So I made him do the kid, and yeah, it turned out pretty well. So
there you go. Yeah, no, it was a hit for sure. Yeah, they were hella fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh man, I want to talk about all that because you've been doing this now for how long?
7 years almost.
7 years. Wow. Okay. And how old are you now?
I'm 20. I just turned 27.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday, Baba.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm yeah, man, you inspired me, and I'm 35 or 36 now. I just turned 36 myself.
Oh wow, happy birthday, man. When's your birthday?
December 9th.
Oh, okay.
Days back. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Mine's November 30th, but
okay.
Still similar.
Sagittarians,
that's it, man.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Same. That's what it is.
But yeah, so I'm assuming, and tell me I'm wrong if I'm wrong, because assuming we know what that does. But you've been a goofball your whole life, and then you just started actually sharing it with the world 7 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's in my nature. It's in my blood.
I love it, man. That's great. No, I can totally relate. I just what made you decide? I looked at your EPK earlier, and I was reading about like your mindset and your what inspires you. it looks like Kobe inspired you too, like how he inspired me.
100%.
Basketball, all of that. But how specific, like specifically though, like at what point did you say, all right, I'm going to go for this thing and I'm going to do it and take it, share my gift with the world, which it is a gift that you have.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was when I was in university, and I just kind of like I didn't really feel like I was enjoying my process in doing lectures and like going to class and like doing academic stuff, listening to somebody explain something that I don't really care about. And that whole year, not just that year, but like even leading up, but especially that year, I would, anytime I could, I would spend that I'm not doing the work for the classes or whatever, which most of the time wouldn't even do. I would spend time on YouTube just watching funny videos or like stand up, and like I've discovered so much comedy that year. And without knowing, I naturally was gravitating myself towards that stuff in a way, manifesting without me even, before me even knowing what the word manifest was. And then like the year goes by, I finish it, and then there's a time that comes where one of my friends in the same program recommended that we go to a comedy show at a comedy club in downtown Toronto. And when I went, that was when I found my calling, pretty much before I actually found it. Like I realized, holy shit, like this is possible. Like there's just like random kids my age or even younger or older just going up and bombing on stage in front of like random people. And I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I like, and if these guys can go up there, how the fuck can I? I'm definitely funnier than most of these people I see.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
just like naturally, I can just tell. And
Right.
I don't know, that kind of just gave me that spark of interest, and also the confidence to actually make a decision for myself for once. And luckily, that same show I was at, it was actually a show that was run, that was for specifically students at this college nearby that had a comedy program at.
Hmm.
So when I discovered that, I was like, what the fuck? There's a comedy program that I can just do. And I don't have to go to like other like university where I can just do this.
Yeah.
And I immediately made the decision to drop out that week to do that. And ever since
Dang.
then, I got into that other program, the comedy program, and ever since then, I've just been busting, like grinding day in and day out.
I love it, man. That's great. It's there's like you felt like the eagle powers, right? When you saw that comedy show and you're like, the hell am I doing? This is what I gotta be doing. I feel that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
100%
felt it.
feel that.
I felt it in my soul. I was like, if I don't do this, I'm gonna regret this for the rest of my life, and I
Yeah.
don't want to regret shit. And this is as crazy because I was only 19 at the time,
Yeah.
and like I'm so surprised at myself that I made that decision, and I was aware enough to just go for it, because a lot of people at my age, especially in my household and with my background, with my family, they would never even think of doing such a thing. Like it's such a huge risk, right?
Dude.
But I don't know, something just happened inside of me. I was like, I gotta do this.
I think the risk is bigger when you don't do it, because then you're risking your own mental health, you're
Your
risking your
life,
own
yeah,
your happiness, dude.
yeah.
I
It's
believe
so
it, man.
true. It's so true, man. And like I from one thing I do know is regret is the biggest form of pain, in my opinion, in life.
I agree. I
Like
agree,
I
man.
know people who are older, like in senior homes, and like talk to some of them, and they're like, "I wish I did this. I wish I did that. I wish I did that." That's all you hear.
That's
No
it.
one's happy when they're in a senior home.
Yeah. My
They're-
parents say, I wish you did this, I wish you did that. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna do what makes me happy. Sorry,
Yeah,
pops.
yeah.
I did.
Well, yeah. Also, the thing that really made it clear for me was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna do something for someone else because some sort of tradition, then what? Like, how am I gonna feel 30 years down the line when they're gone? And who am I doing it for right now? Still for them or me? Like, right? Like, who am I? They're not
Bro,
here to see the fruits of the labor. So what's the point?
the fact that you had this clarity at 19,
It's
like
crazy. Yeah.
that's pretty good. Like that's amazing. Maybe it's being closer to north that like it helped your mind just be clear. Like
Clear
my shit.
mind. It's cold, so like I have to like focus. I gotta keep myself intact. Yeah.
Dude, my shit was at 19, bro. I'm like pushing carts at Walmart and fucking like and just coming home and eating bags of Doritos and like not fucking knowing like
Bro, hey, don't get me wrong, man. I was doing that too. Like
yeah.
way worse than probably you were, to be honest. But at the same time, I was also geared towards that.
Yeah, no, that's great. I always like I always was the like the clown in my family, but I
Yeah.
knew like confidence, right? You brought it up. That confidence, like that was the bigger struggle for me. Hence why it took me a little longer to finally see it clearly enough to be like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? Like from the age of like I finished school, right? I did that for my parents, right? Because I like they escaped Iran. Like they didn't even like fly out of Iran. They straight up escaped Iran and like
Yeah.
they had to go through like Pakistan and end up
Right.
coming to the States. And I just couldn't not get a degree. First of all, I figured out in community college, like, all right, one of my two passions in life is music, right? And I went for that. So I just went and I got my music degree from UC Davis over here. And then I finished that and I started teaching. I was like, all right, boom. I started my own business like at 24, 25. I started teaching, right? And I've been doing that for the last 10 years. And then I have nothing against it. I like teaching music to all ages, right? I'm cool with that. But I knew like I'm thirsty for something else. And that comedy was always in me, right? And I was missing that. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. And I pulled the trigger on it last year. I started it and I just started posting videos and I'm like, and then I saw your shit and I'm like, bro, all right, it's obviously it can happen. And you got like what was your first video that went viral on TikTok? I know I saw one, and then let me know if this is the one that really blew you up or it was something else. The like the different intonations of like that was,
those are good.
Those are hilarious, bro. You didn't even it's genius because you didn't have to do anything. But just
just do what you've learned, like literally that you're around. That's all you have to do. It's like, I'm not saying there's nothing funny I'm saying. It's just you're just literally acting out real life. That's what's funny.
But your facial expressions, like the way, of course, all of those intricacies, like that's where I believe like what you're delivering isn't as important as how you're delivering it.
How
right?
you do it.
Yeah.
It's with anything in life, honestly. Like it's not with even talking to women. Like it's not what you say; it's how you say it.
Exactly.
That's all it is, man. It's simple.
I said it in a way where I'm now married. So,
hey, good for you, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Got married at 29.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks, man.
The video, no, that was recent. My shit started blowing up like 2 years ago at this point now.
Okay, yeah.
It like started to pick up some traction and get a lot of views and momentum, and it's just kind of been steady going up like since then. Like there's a couple of videos that pop here and there. Nothing's gone super viral yet.
Right.
Like even the air video, like that was like somewhat viral in the Persian community. A couple of times I've had videos like that in the Persian community, but like other videos, not like I haven't really had like one that's like viral, like everyone in the world has seen it. You know what I mean? Which I want, which I manifest every day, and I know it's gonna happen one day. And that's what's gonna make me famous. One, you know what I mean? Like I just know
for sure.
That'll like boost you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? But that's not gonna happen if you don't do this other shit for years, building that foundation. Because if you blow up randomly one day and you have like 3 videos, no one's gonna even give a fuck about you. They're not gonna follow you. They're gonna be it's just a one-hit wonder. But if you have 3,000 videos that banked in the past 6 years, then you blow up, people are like, oh fuck, he's been doing this. Let me follow. And that's how you do it.
And the bigger point to that is if you blow up from your first video or second video, you almost won't know how to deal with it.
deal with
right?
it. Exactly. Yeah,
Exactly.
100%. Yeah,
You
that.
you're like you're primed right now, so you're like ready for that shit,
Oh
man.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was eating shit for 4 years straight. Just nothing. Nothing was hitting. No
Yeah.
one, like, no one gave a fuck. It was like
Yeah.
dead, like maybe a couple hundred views every video. And like it was very easy to give up at those points,
Mhm.
but I fucking never did, and I kept going. And then finally, after like 4.5, 5 years, a video started to pick up, did like blew up in my world
Right.
at the time. Like I was at like 1,000 followers on Instagram,
Yeah.
and like in one day I gained 400 followers. So I was like, whoa.
Dope.
It was like crazy at that
Yeah.
time. I was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
400 in one day. I was like, this is fucking insane. Now I have like, I've gotten like 3,000 in a day, 5,000 in a day. And
Yeah.
I'm like, but like that only happens because I've been doing it for so long
Right.
that eventually it's going to get to that point more and more and more. It's exponential growth. So
Yeah.
that's all it is, man. And like you said, I'm ready because I've been dealing with short amounts of growth for a
Yeah.
long period of time. And so,
I love that, dude. That's yeah, that's dope to hear, man. And I'm happy for you, and you deserve it because you earned it. Honestly, you put
thank
in
you.
the sweat equity for that shit. Um, and how did you refine your comedic touch? Because I can define. I mean, when I look at your shit, like you have obviously the accents are amazing, like on point, all of them, and then the content, like the when you're partnering up with some of your friends there that you're doing some of the comedic pieces with, like the language of it, like the dialogues, like all of that, they're all like well done. Like, how did you refine that over the years?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I have first of all a natural knack of understanding mannerisms in people and humans in general.
Yeah.
So that's already a big advantage. And then also just from the experience of throughout my life growing up and who I was around and how my brain naturally gravitates towards how people talk, how people speak, how people make faces, where they're looking, like it's little things, the nuances that matter. It's the small details. And I'm very observational in that way. And that's why
Mhm.
I think I'm good in comedy, because you're supposed to have those small observations
Yeah.
and bring them out for other people to laugh at and observe and understand in an easy way. So I just feel like naturally my brain goes towards that direction. And I also do, over the past few years, especially, I've been doing more research on certain accents or people or cultures or just things in life in general.
Yeah.
That's helped me get to that point of making it accurate.
That's great,
And
man.
I
You're
talk to people. I talk to people who are of that background,
yeah.
and like they're either my friends or people like I know of that I reach out to, or I'm not afraid to ask for help, and that's the biggest thing, and why I feel like it's very underrated to ask for help. It doesn't mean you're any less funny or skilled. It's just like it's just another resource that can fuel you to be better.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I'm not ashamed to tell people that I ask for help on all these different types of jokes, right? Because everyone needs help at some point.
Yeah.
It's like you're never gonna make it on your own just by yourself. Everyone
For
needs
sure.
help.
For sure.
And so that's the most important key for on all this, for sure.
Dude, 100%. Yeah. No, I believe it. And it's beautiful because it's a community, right? You create these bonds with these people that last, a lifetime, hopefully. So
100%,
it's
exactly.
yeah,
And it's important to note that it's all with good intentions to represent and bring light to
yeah.
everyone's problems or mannerisms and all this shit. So
Bro, my biggest one of my biggest lessons that I'm learning is just being how important it is to be honest with yourself at any given point, like no matter what settings you're putting. Growing up, this was part of my reason why it started late. It's because growing up I had to fix that up here, right? I had to fix that. I would be the clown, right? I would joke around like around friends or people that I start to get warm up to, and then I would just like take over the room. But then I leave, I come home, and it's almost like I changed my personality hat, and I'm like, what? Why? right? And that's where it started to, I started to question that. And it took me some years to realize that and get clear on that. And then I was like, oh fuck, it's because I'm like treating it like a show as opposed to just being that person which I'm happy with all the time. And so that was my hurdle, but I'm glad that I found it. So now, I got business cards, so I'm official. So,
Okay, let's go.
so yeah.
We made it.
Yeah, business cards, baby.
Let's get
Nobody wants
it.
business cards.
Yeah, I know, right?
But shit, dude.
That's awesome.
Fuck. So when I watch your shit though, I feel like because I have my own like legends in comedy that I look up to. Jamie Foxx for me was huge. Because he was a musician and a comedian. So it was like I was like, dude, he fucking sings, I sing, and like I used to watch his show, the Jamie Foxx show.
Yeah.
And like all of that, and his acting is superb. He can do any role. Yeah, amazing. And then a couple guys from Canada actually that I really looked up to growing up from the Matt TV days was Will Sasso.
Yeah,
fucking dude, Will Sasso
so good.
was so freaking good. Who are your influences from comedy?
It started off with Russell Peters.
Okay.
He was the first guy, and especially because I was doing accents when I was a kid, pretty much. And I saw him, and I was like, "What the fuck? This guy's doing accents on TV in front of random people. That's sick." That was way before I even thought I could do comedy as a career. So he was definitely one of those first people, and then along the way, I don't know, like it was just like a melting pot of different comedians, to be honest. Like I obviously like the Persian comedians too. Like at first I discovered Amir K.
Yeah.
Which he's like, we're friends now. It's just crazy. I'm like,
amazing.
It's like when I come down to the States, like I'm gonna do shows with the guy. So I'm like, it's fucking insane. I'm like,
I love it.
So yeah, like he was definitely one of them, like all those other guys. And then like Chris D'Elia was a big one for me.
Bro, me too. I knew you like Chris D'Elia. I could tell.
Because everyone says I'm very similar to him in terms of my style. So yeah, it makes sense.
Chris D'Elia, dude. Yeah, I love that. I love his touch. And I watch his shit with they used to have a podcast together actually. Will Sasso,
the fighter.
The 10-minute.
Oh right, the 10-minute podcast. Yeah, with Brian Callen. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Brian Callen. Those guys' chemistry, so funny. It's hilarious. So funny. I feel like I'm part of the room. That's how good they are.
Yeah, but that's how I feel when he's even doing it on his own podcast.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Congratulations is amazing. Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah, so funny. But yeah, all those guys. Even at Mad TV though, man. Like yeah, I remember watching that when I was younger too. I was like, man, this is sick. I would love to do this one day.
I'm not gonna lie. Mad TV for me was more funny than SNL.
Oh, 100%. I agree. Yeah, same.
Yeah, SNL. It had some amazing people come through there. 100%. I just feel like the 90s and maybe 80s of SNL was its prime, right?
Oh, 100%.
And I don't want to sound, old school, but I just feel like it kind of
dipped a lot.
Yeah, it's dipped a lot.
It's not good. It's not that great now.
It's not, and it's not even, it's not the show's fault or even the actor's fault. I think it's the scripts, right? I think
it's the culture. It's the society of like, it's the PC culture. It's like it's you could tell they really swayed to like the left side, like of keep it more liberal. Like it's not as racy as it used to be.
Yeah.
That's why it loses its value for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, it's under the banner of jokes. I feel like it's satire, man. Like we can get away with a lot. We can get away with so much. It has it doesn't indicate who we are as real people. So it's acting. It's the same way we watch a fucking movie that's like about race, right? And we watch it and we're like, that was a great movie, but we don't say, oh, that person is an asshole. No, you know what I mean?
No, exactly. 100%. It's exactly what it is.
I just wonder how much longer this is gonna go for. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna get so extreme that people are gonna get sick of it. It's gonna crash, and then people are gonna want the fucked up shit.
Yeah. Hopefully the stock market will crash too.
Yeah. Everything. Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. But shit, dude. Hey, I don't want to keep you too long. I want you to rest your voice. I could talk to you for hours, obviously, but no, man. I feel like I
Okay.
know you,
Everyone says that because I post
but
so much. Yeah.
that's a credit to how warm of a person you are, and how you're Canada's sweetheart, and
Uh,
eventually you will be America's sweetheart when you take over the States, man.
oh yeah.
Uh, and
That's
I
it.
saw you're opening you're working with Maz, right?
Yeah, in May. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I'm
dope.
excited. It's gonna be fun.
That, amazing.
My
Yeah.
first like pretty much like big show like I've ever done in my life.
Yeah. How'd you feel when
Like
you
opening.
heard you heard about that opportunity?
It was sick. I was like, man, like so surreal because I used to watch him growing up.
Yeah,
And now I'm like opening for the guy. I was like, damn, this is crazy.
that's great.
Like,
That's great.
dreams do come true, you know?
Which side of comedy do you lean towards more? And you could say neither. I like it all, but stand up, because they're two different breeds, right?
Yeah.
Stand up and satire. Which one is do you lean on?
Mm, honestly, I love stand up more than anything.
You do, yeah. You love stand up
Yeah.
more. Okay.
Like I love doing videos and like doing on camera and shit, but nothing beats the live reactions and interactions with real people in real time.
For sure. Yeah.
Nothing beats when you get laughs in like on in the moment
Yeah.
rather than like just on off a screen or whatever. It's like nothing beats that.
Well, yeah, because you're feeling that. Well, that's exactly. I mean, a lot of comics right now are happy to be back on stage, right? Because of the pandemic. Nobody could really do anything with everybody, and everybody talks about that, right? I
Yeah,
follow
I
this
know.
another comedian, Sam Morril.
Yeah,
He's
I love
starting.
that guy, man. I
Yeah, he's
actually
starting.
I tried. He's coming to Toronto. I actually slid in his DMs, like trying to open for him, but we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
dude. Yeah,
He's sick.
that'd be dope. Yeah, he's hilarious. He has a documentary about coming out of the pandemic, and he was doing rooftops and shit, right? He was like,
Yeah, yeah,
and that was genius of him, actually. He
yeah.
didn't. He talks about it wasn't the most fun, but still, he
Still
still
something.
kept his career growing
I
throughout the
know.
pandemic. Yeah,
Well, through videos and content online, like
yeah.
that's what Mark Norman does really well too. Mark
Okay,
Norman, and I don't know if you heard of him, but
I haven't heard of him. No.
Mark Norman. If you like Sam Morril, you like Mark Norman.
Okay, okay.
100%. They're
I'll
like
look
very similar.
for sure.
And obviously Andrew Schultz, like he's my favorite. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
have you heard of him?
I need to look these guys up.
You don't know Andrew Schultz?
I probably seen him. I just can't remember the
Oh
name.
man, yo, he's like
Let me
he's the
look up
biggest comedian in the world right now.
Andrew Schultz. Let me
You
see.
definitely
I'm
have
gonna
seen his
actually.
stuff.
I'm sure I've seen him, dude. Hold on. Is it SCH?
SCH, yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yep, I found him. Oh yeah, I know him. Oh yeah. I've seen this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
See, I'm
he's
just
my
horrible
favorite.
with names. Yeah,
Yeah, he's my favorite comedian right now, like for the past couple of years,
yeah,
and he's definitely one of my inspirations now. Like I aspire to be kind of like him on stage.
yeah.
Like he's also good with accents, and like he just knows a bunch of shit about different people. He does a lot of crowd work because like he's very personable. He's likable on stage, and so I see that in myself a lot.
Yeah.
So he's another guy I fuck with heavy.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome, man. Yeah. No, I've seen his shit. He is hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, dude, man, what's coming up for you? Let's end it on that. Coming up for you before New Year's, after New Year's.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this Christmas series on my Instagram and TikToks. I got 15 more videos coming by Christmas time. So,
Do you
um,
shoot all of them in like a couple days, or how do you do
no,
it?
honestly, man, like this series, I've just been doing it like as I go, kind of
As
like
yeah,
I'll do two in a day sometimes, but like
yeah,
it's usually just kind of been every day because it's so easy to film. It takes like 20 minutes, and my brother is the one who helps me.
yeah,
Gets the shots. I do the voiceover 5 minutes, put it together. It's simple, right?
right.
So yeah. But anyway, I'm doing that, and then I actually started to put out my own headline shows, stand-up shows, which actually my first show I announced last week
Yeah,
sold out in 10 hours, three shows.
I saw that, dude. Amazing.
Yeah, so I was like crazy. Yeah, so that's in February in Toronto. It's the first one I'm doing. So after that, I'm gonna work on doing a tour in the next year or so, so I can
Yeah,
hit up all of Canada and all of the states too. Um, so definitely stay tuned for that. I'll be in Sacramento for sure.
bro. Yeah, come through, man.
We'll get some kebab with all the Persians.
Hell yeah, man. I'll make my dad make it. Homemade.
Yeah, and then he's gonna be like, Pidman, why you're not like Neema?
Exactly. Yeah. I've been compared my whole life. I don't even
Yeah.
know who I am anymore. But yeah.
That's it.
I
And
love
then
it.
I'm also doing I'm filming a TV show in January for a month, which is it's a pilot. So
Oh, sick.
it's our own TV show that my friend created, and I'm playing a lead role, which we're gonna be pitching to Netflix and Crave and all these other networks. So yeah,
Hell yeah, dude.
that's it, man. Just trying to continue pumping out content daily, building my profile, building my skills, and I just want to be the best, man. I want to be one of the best comedians this world has seen eventually one day, and I
For
believe
sure.
I can do it. So
Oh, I believe in you too, man. I believe it. I mean, that's why we're connected, because you made me laugh my ass out. Literally, my
I love
ass
it.
was out like when I
Love
was
it.
laughing.
Well, that
Yeah.
hairy ass was out.
Yeah. I shaved it though after.
Don't worry, it's growing back as we speak.
All right, man. Plug away your channels, Straight and Curly podcast. Where can they
Yeah.
find that?
Yeah, so Straight and Curly podcast I co-host with my brother. We do weekly episodes. It's on all audio streaming platforms, and also we started doing video, so it's on a separate YouTube channel called Straight and Curly podcast. And yeah, I'm on Neema Naz on every other platform: YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tinder? No, not Tinder.
Tinder, yeah. No, I deleted that shit like 5 years ago. I'm
I
done.
love
with
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I met my wife like I'm probably one of the last people from like my generation to meet someone in person. So
Oh, really?
like we met it's crazy. We were Facebook friends somehow, but we had no idea. And then like she messages me, she goes, or she liked one of my photos, and I was like, I reeled her in with my fucking ugly ass photo. And then I used that as an excuse to start a convo, and fucking next thing you know, we're dating, and then within a year we're married, and we got married here. She was from Virginia actually, so we fucking drove across country. I drove her back here to Sacramento.
That's
man. Dude, it was those are my romantic days. And then
damn, boy, love it. That's a good story.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah. But maybe you'll meet her one day when you come over for some knots.
Not? You like not, Boa?
Neema, thank you, brother, for joining me. Spending your middle of the day with me on Fumble Podcast. This has been episode 42. This is a Christmas week, by the way. So happy holidays. This will come out. This is out as you're hearing it, obviously, but it'll be out on Tuesday, next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. And happy holidays, everyone. The season finale of Fumble Podcast will be out on episode 43 next week, the week after this one. And then I got a whole slate of new episodes coming for season 3 of Fumble Podcast. So stay tuned. Follow me, Pej the Maniac, on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. I'm not on any of the dating apps, so calm down, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm happily married. And Neema, thanks again, bro. I'll be in touch with you. Let me know when you hit up Sacktown, bro, for sure.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate
Thank you.
Me, and all the best to you on your podcast. Keep it consistent, man. That's all I can say.
Yes, 100%. I agree, and I appreciate that.
For sure.
All right, guys. This is episode 42. Thank you all. Have a good Christmas.